Hello, welcome. So wonderful to have you join me here today. This is October 2020's full moon attunement and meditation. I'm going to be talking about what energies that I really see surfacing and affecting all of us on the planet, as well as offer a meditation to help you find grounding and rootedness and really work through some of these energies that are coming up. Before I really get going, I want to just talk about what is happening as a whole. So this full moon is a full moon in Aries that's taking place on October 1st. And Aries is a sign that really speaks to passion and motivation and confidence. So these qualities are going to be showing up with people's intentions, or there will be that ability to harness Aries energy into whatever you're looking to manifest. And the fact that there are two full moons, this full moon in the beginning of the month and one at the end of the month, really invites you to be able to have greater spiritual support to bring into fruition those intentions, just because there is going to be that additional light that is hitting the planet and really supporting you in making happen what it is you want to make happen. So that's powerful. And I do feel like it's going to be a charged month. And this, if you're someone that thinks about setting intentions but doesn't get around to it, this really would be a wonderful month to just sit down and write out, or maybe sit down and meditate about how it is that you want the month to go, what qualities that you're really looking to bring forward into the month, or what creative projects you want to have come into fruition. So just taking time to really spell that out for yourself. So in terms of, I see that there's 4 qualities of energy that are surfacing right now on the planet for this month. And this is going to be a somewhat of a tumultuous, chaotic month, because we are leading up to the presidential election, and there's going to be greater charge and people speaking out, and some anger and people being upset, just people being stirred about what's happening. So just letting yourself recognize that this is going to be a tumultuous month is important. And when I tuned into this month energetically, I got 2 different images. One is an image of us as a human species being on an airplane, and going on long airplane rides is wonderful in terms of you're going to some amazing destination. However, being on a long airplane trip and being constricted with being in your seat the whole time, only being able to go to the bathroom or walking down the hallways, it's not always a really enjoyable experience. That on top of that, you're really tightly, seated with a lot of other people, and that can be a bit challenging. So I sort of see that we are, as a human race, headed to some destination unknown. All of us know that we're on this journey together, and there's people that are really wanting to understand where we're going, and other people that are just kind of along for the ride. But all of us are getting more uneasy and wanting to really get up and move around. And so this is a month where there are going to be more eruptions of energy and more energy that gets moved, which is a good thing. Energy needs to move. However, it's better if it can transmute and go from lower to higher vibrations. That being said, this is definitely going to be a month that things are moving. The other image that I was shown was of a rock sifter with a sieve. So almost as if we're, digging for gold and putting a bunch of mud on the sieve and shaking it so that dirt and other debris comes down and drops, and just the precious metals or gold or gems stay in the sieve. And so for all of us, it feels like we're being shaken, and we've already been shaken for a while, but this feels like we're getting shaked a little bit further in regards to really letting go of old patterns and ways of being that don't serve us, so that we can polish and have those parts of ourselves that are the gold and the crystals from within that can shine more fully. So that's kind of the high level overview of what I see for the month. And then there's 4 different qualities or energies that I really see affecting all of us humans right now that I just want to go through before leading you through a meditation. So the first quality is that I see all of us being squeezed to really go into higher vibrations. And much like the being shaken in a sieve and having parts of ourself be dropped off, there's also a quality of us being really invited to express ourselves and to be who we are on a deeper level, and to be able to access higher parts of ourselves, to get to that point of really being able to access higher parts and to be able to do that with greater frequency. It's important or vital that we work through and let go and of some of the lower vibrations. So the fear and scarcity mindset and competitive nature, all of these qualities we are being asked to confront and to diffuse the energy so that we can focus on parts of ourselves that do bring us into greater amounts of love and unity and consciousness. This is not going to be an easy road and is not a comfortable process to be invited to look at old patterns and ways of being that no longer serve you. This could include ways that you deal with stress or anxiety, or how you go about your daily life, and ways that you feed yourself that may not produce a version of yourself that really is elevated. All of this is going to become more exaggerated and just more at the forefront. So it's something to be aware of, and I'll kind of talk through it more as well in the meditation. The next kind of quality I see that's coming up is just the dichotomies between Republicans and Democrats, and just dichotomies as a whole. So life really isn't black and white or one way or another. We as a human race, and Eastern societies are better at this than Americans in terms of being able to be comfortable and okay with their with being in the gray area or truth that is not clear, and coming to an answer that is not so this way or that way. So we are going to be seeing that more exaggerated, and especially with the political election that's taking place, we're really going to see that it becomes almost like a American theater, and that there's an opportunity for all of us individually and collectively to think about what are our beliefs about politics and society, the way that we govern and manage ourselves, that is not necessarily Republican or Democrat, that doesn't fall into one extreme or the other. And by saying this, I'm really wanting all of us to recognize that there is greater complexity, that there are greater nuances, and that all of us, especially Americans, need to be better at things being unclear and ambiguous, and that we don't have to have a identity as one thing or another, that it's okay if our beliefs fall along many different points in the spectrum, that life is more complex, and we actually can step into greater beauty when we let things not be as simple as we want them to be. So the other energy that I see coming up that I've already talked about to a certain degree is all of us really becoming better at dealing with uncertainty. There's just lots of chaos, and I feel with the election there's going to be not a clear winner, and there's going to be mediation that needs to happen, and that people are going to get upset, and there's going to be social unrest. All of this really is going to create more chaos and more uncertainty and ambiguity. So really being able to figure out ways individually that you can find peace and find your breath and find calm with ambiguity is really going to be important, and a quality that if you can really work to steward this month is really going to help you go through November and December much more gracefully, because there's going to be more charge at the end of the year as well. So not only will it serve you at that time, but we may be in this uncertainty time period for a while, and being more able to be in that place is really going to help you feel better and just feel more grounded from within. The last energy that I'm seeing coming up is a level of contemplation that's going to be happening, and this is really supported by Mercury going into retrograde. But all of us are going to have the opportunity to think more deeply about how we are living our lives, what we're doing with our lives, what our jobs are, how we're showing up in community, and ways that we want to be a part of the collective and society and global citizens. So with all the messiness and chaos, there is a strong field that is present for people to step into that contemplative energy, to really ask yourself some of those deeper questions and invite yourself to be able to go on that personal and spiritual journey to make sense of of how you're living, and really how it is you want to grow, and ways that you do want to raise your vibration. So that's all good stuff, and it can also be challenging to find that time, or to be able to just sit down and do that kind of work. But really, that will give you some skeleton, some structure, especially as we continue to go through chaos and uncertainty, to be able to have some kernels of truth that give you those footholds to help you feel more grounded is going to be another quality that can really serve you. So I'm just going to lead you through a short meditation that will kind of incorporate these qualities and help you to go through this month in a little more graceful way. So if you want to close your eyes, and I'll close my eyes too. So just start to key into your breath, allowing yourself to lengthen your breath, and just settling from within, letting whatever I talked about just flow through you, and really allowing yourself to find your center and your place of relaxation from within. And if you can just imagine roots that attach to the base of your spine and that go all the way down to the center of the planet. And just seeing those strong roots connect to the center of the planet. And just take a moment to release or let go of any patterns or thoughts in your head, limiting beliefs or habits. Anything that you feel that you're ready to let go of. That all gets composted down at the center of the planet. And you can just feel again the sense of groundedness and connectedness to that earth, to the earth that we're all a part of. And from this center of yourself, this place of groundedness, I want you to just travel with me to a place that is having a volcanic eruption. And you can just be hovering above, out, far enough away that you can just watch what's happening. And you can see the earthquake that takes place, that then may produce landslides, and all that pressure from within that escapes. And there might be lava or pyroclastic flows coming out, and the hot gases. And just all that pent up pressure and energy that gets released. and that completely transforms this environment, transforms the mountain itself, but also all the plants and the soil. All the destruction that happens, but also all the regeneration that you know that will take place. So just looking at this whole scene, I want you to just key into your life and just thinking about this time as a volcanic eruption. Just noticing where from within is your pent-up energy. Just taking a moment to feel into that question. And how is it that you see yourself going through a transformation? Is it a dramatic volcanic eruption, or is it more subtle? And what are the different layers or different aspects of that eruption? So you might also notice just the volcanoes that exist within all of us, all around you. And just also noticing how it is that you deal with eruptions from other people. And perhaps you want to set some kind of intention for yourself for the month to help you deal with the energies that are surfacing. And maybe you want to think too about what tools or types of people that you want to bring into your life. It could be something like journaling or taking a walk or calling that one friend that you haven't talked with in a long time. Just taking note. And you can also ask yourself, how is it that you can really invite your greater self, your higher self, to show up in this environment of multiple eruptions happening simultaneously? And you can always call on your guides and ancestors to support you through this month and through this time. So from here, I want you to start traveling back to your body, going back into the center of your being. And you can take another couple deep breaths, just feeling your body from within. And taking note of any learnings that you had on your journey that you want to carry into your waking life. And when you're ready, you can start wiggling your toes and your fingers and open your eyes when you're ready. So welcome back. So this definitely is a tumultuous time and really a time of transformation, as I talked about earlier. And again, the qualities that I see coming up that you can really work through and bring more consciousness and awareness to for this month are just the aspect of us being squeezed to become our higher selves. So just noticing where that's happening for you and how you can make that unfold in a more easeful and gentle way. And two, just the element of the different dichotomies in our life, whether that's Republican or Democrat or, male, female, the strong identities that we might carry for ourselves. This is really a time for us to kind of shake those parts of ourselves and invite original thinking and our true essence to come out. And we are also dealing with uncertainty, so that being the third quality, and ways that we can really go through this ambiguous time in a more awake and less stressed out and anxious way. So looking at ways that you can support yourself in that journey. And lastly, the fourth quality is taking the time to do that inner contemplation and reflection, asking yourself some of the bigger questions of what am I doing with my life? How is it going? Am I happy? What can I change to make it feel more meaningful and like I'm really contributing and feeling positive about my life? So I hope you enjoyed this attunement and meditation. You can check out our next new moon circle that's happening October 18th from 7 to 9. You can go to seattlemooncircle.com to learn more about that, or we will be having another full moon meditation that will come out. And so I wish you all a wonderful month, and that you can find a certain level of stability amongst all the different energies that are happening. So hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.